Hey everybody, Kevin here, and hope you're having a great day. Here's a little something for your performance edge. Now, last week, I sent in our performance edge video I sent out to everybody. We talked about the idea of delegation and how important delegation is to create conversations that level up. And what I want to unpack here today is kind of in a response to an email I got that kind of asked a question in regards to that. And this goes out to Matt. And here's a shout out to you out in Lexington, Kentucky. So Matt and everybody out there who is leading other people, what happens when all of a sudden you begin to start trying to provide others that independence, but yet there's inconsistency in the performance? And there is a time in element to this. There is a benchmark of independence that we're shooting at. It doesn't always going to be complete independence. They're not always going to get everything. But what you're looking for is the advancement of thinking and problem solving in regards to whatever the situation is that you're handing off. So it's something that we have to monitor when we're giving things away. And again, it's a lot of it is proximity. A lot of it is coaching. A lot of it is having them respond back to you about why they're where they're at, especially if there's a kind of a lid in their performance when they're trying to climb up or trying to find that level of independence and trust that they want to gain from you. In the context of that, there will be benchmarks. So here's my deal. I really do think that it's not about setting goals, it's about setting outcomes. And what you have to begin to start put in place as you begin to give others and again, the job of a leader is to inspire and extend trust. So as you're extending trust, you're setting the benchmark, and then you're having a conversation. And a lot of it is very important for you in that conversation to begin to assess how they're processing, how they're problem solving, how they're understanding. Can they articulate back to you a level of understanding that gives you the comfort to be able to extend a higher level of trust? So will they perform? Yes, at a level. And here's the other aspect of it that we have to consider too. It's called regression under stress. So when they reach a level of independence, as they begin to climb up in that essence and they begin to understand, and again, the conversations will get better because as the levels go up, the questions get better. But sometimes because of pressure, because of maybe a timeline that's constrained, or maybe the conditions are not ideal, they will revert to a former level of skill. They will begin to lose that edge. It happens a lot in sports. You know, when you see games at the end of the games when like no one wants to take the shot, or when there's like people drop a pass or whatever that is, under pressure situations, but they regress. But that's where teaching really kicks in the most. So Matt and everybody out there who's in the middle of trying to lead others and trying to figure out how much do I give away, and when, and if they don't continually or consistently perform, what do I do? Do I got to say it over again? Yes. Do I have to say it over again? Yes. Do I have to say it over again? Yes. And again and again and again. But you're doing it in a conversational way, and you're asking questions and you're coaching into context. Now, it will feel slower. It just will. There will be a dynamic in that feels like you're walking through cement. But that is our job. It is the investment that provides the return. And it is those moments of, hey, I'm at a level, under adverse conditions, I go back, hey, let's investigate that, let's understand that. And then all of a sudden I go to a level and a half or a little higher, the benchmarks move, the expectations shift, the accountability is there. And again, accountability is the willingness to be questioned. We want them to not be defensive. We want to encourage them and help them to understand that, hey, there's more to get here, and we're just working to improve every single day. It's about progress. It's not about perfection. And there is a time in element to this, and that is the game of leadership and delegation. It is. But as breakthroughs occur, as benchmarks are achieved, as outcomes begin to develop, and trust grows, dude, there's nothing better. And that's the part worth fighting for. So Matt and everybody else out there who's doing damage, trying to give it away, baby, keep going. Just remember, it's about setting the benchmark. It's not about being mediocre. It's not about being realistic, because that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is what's progress. Let's define what level of trust that we can operate at right now. Let's consistently perform at that level. Let's really brainstorm the ideas of, hey, how are we solving problems? How am I applying the knowledge? Making sure that I can be independent. And then when the interdependence hits, hey, we'll just keep growing and growing and growing. So, hey, all y'all out there, keep doing damage. Hey, and don't ever hesitate to send me an email. Matt, thanks for firing one back and asking that question, because it's a really good question. And I just want to encourage everybody out there, hey, keep doing due diligence. And always remember, when you see the invisible, you become unstoppable. Have a great week, everybody.